Hey everybody, this is Daniel. You're watching POVPOOL on YouTube, and we're getting ready to start this match. It'll be Paul Silva versus Ernesto Dominguez. This is Daniel. I'm sitting here with John Henderson. Hi, John.
Hello, Daniel.
Really glad you could make this tournament. I know you're more of a golf player, one pocket player nowadays, but you came out to support and play some 9-ball.
No, I'm not playing in the night.
Wait a minute, I thought you were playing in this.
No.
Oh, you just came to terrorize me.
No, I just came to
You came to get the leftovers.
play a little golf. I did yesterday, and Chris and I will play some today. Hopefully some other players will come around.
Okay, good, great.
Let's see a lot of my friends. 104 players, that's terrific.
104 players. You guys are watching the last spot tournament being given away for the Matchroom Pool U.S. Open 9-Ball Championship next week. Isn't this amazing? How, pool's kind of on the rise a little bit.
I think so. Well, this tiered entry is a good idea because you've got, I see a lot of youngsters playing in this thing. A lot of women, a lot of youngsters. Figured they'd take a shot for, didn't cost them an arm and a leg.
Exactly, and they get to play with, maybe some of their favorite players that they've been following. They get to see where they stand.
Yeah, and of course the winner gets a shot at the big tournament now that Matchroom's taken over and got their nose in pool in the United States. Other than the Moscone Cup, it's for the better players, it's really good news.
I'm sorry, it's what?
I said for the better players, now that Matchroom is involved, it's really good news. They're looking at probably, a lot better promotions and
yes.
Better prize money.
Yeah, the only question that's been on a lot of people's minds is who's streaming the U.S. Open? When are we going to find out about coverage? I'm going to guess we're all going to know about it when they flick on the cameras. We're all going to find out where it is. It's going to be either on ESPN something or Facebook.
Yeah, I would think.
Like
yeah,
that.
I would think that because we don't know if it's going to be free or if it's going to be pay-per-view. Probably pay-per-view, huh?
I would hope it's going to be free.
That would be nice.
I just think that this sport needs as much coverage as it can get right now.
So we have only one pro here that we know of, Chris Robinson, and Ernesto.
And Ernesto's here as well.
Two
pros. We have 104 players. We have, like I said, a bracket on CompuSport. So you can go to CompuSport.ca. You can also click on the link in the description of this video, and it'll direct you to the bracket at CompuSport for this
Race
event.
to 8?
Race to 8 on both sides. It's a double elimination tournament. We are trying to follow the U.S. Open 9-ball championship event rules as best as possible. However, with a lack of referees and a few other time constraints, we can't follow all of the rules. But
well, you've got to move the tournament along the best you can with 104 players.
It's true. For the most part, we are racking the 9-ball on the spot instead of the 1-ball on the spot. There's no breaking from the box, so they can break from anywhere behind the head string. 3 foul rules in effect. Jump cues are allowed. It's not all ball foul, and there is no timer. There's no shot clock. So, we want to give these guys the best experience they can here, as close to U.S. Open 9-ball that we can. But obviously, we have to fudge things around a little bit just to accommodate the time that we have in this tournament and with the number of referees that we have available. Just a moment, John.
Joshua Meyer, we are forfeiting. Please take this to the tournament desk.
Ernesto, what's your ETA? What is? Yeah. How many minutes? 2 minutes? Can you wait 2 minutes? Yeah. All right, good. We're gonna start you in 2 minutes. Thank you. Okay, bye bye.
Yeah, because if it's gonna be like 10 or 15 minutes, you might as well start another match there.
All right, guys. Thanks for your patience, everybody. As soon as Ernesto gets in here, we're going to start this match. During the players' meeting, we actually did not stipulate a time limit. So we're giving a couple of allowances here for the first round. But for the most part, players will have 5 minutes to come to their table, at which point they'll be on a 3-minute warning. If they don't show up, they're going to be forfeited.
We might want to mention the first 8 tables here are diamonds, and all the other tables in the room are gold crown 3s, and many of them have diamond rails, as I understand it, but not all of them.
That's true too. That's true too. A lot of them do. Most of them do.
And my experience on these tables is the gold crowns actually play tighter than the diamonds.
It's kind of funny, isn't it? I mean, they do play a little bit tighter. However, the diamond shelves are a little bit deeper. So
it's the cut of the. Even though they have they put the same cut on the gold crowns as they have on the diamonds. And Ernesto's done up in most of the tables in Northern California. We have the same thing at hard times. We have gold crown 3s and 4s
over in Sacramento.
Sacramento with diamond rubber.
Yes.
But the diamonds just play softer with the standard. What are these, 4 1/4, I believe? 4 1/4 pocket.
Standard 4 1/4.
Yeah, with good pocket speed, you've got a little bit of leeway on there. Now if you ram them, they'll spit them out.
I want to give a shout out to some of the people who are watching right now. Sargon Isaacs watching from the UK.
Oh, he's over playing snooker then.
Something. I don't know what he's doing there.
Well, Sargon has been the American amateur snooker champion. How many times?
I think a four-time national champion.
Yeah.
We've got Johnny Aguilar, Grover 567, Jubilee 4JC, Andrew, Kev In, Big Papa, Frank Rizzo, Alice Lou, Snooker. I want to thank you guys all for watching right now. Please sure to give us a thumbs up or a hashtag POVPOOL. And let's get the word out about this tournament this weekend. We're going to see some good play. I know we don't have a lot of heavy pro players, but what we are going to see is we're going to see some emotional and stiff, tense matches.
Yeah, there's a lot of good players here.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
There's some unknowns. Sean Damani is playing a guy from Houston that I know of. That's a pretty good player whose son plays out of here and I believe even works here.
Really?
But he is he's beat some of the locals, and he beat Bryce playing 9-ball the other night in a little 2-man tournament. So that tells you that
that's very interesting.
Yeah, the guy can play some.
Yeah.
And he played. I watched him play some one pocket last night, and he plays a pretty strong game of one pocket also. Talked to him quite a bit too. He plays out of Bogies. I go to Bogies every year for a senior one pocket tournament.
Okay.
And there's 2 Bogies, and the Bogies, the other side of town that he plays out of, is managed by an old-time road player named James Christopher, called the Sniper, and he's a working man with a family, but he plays this guy, and I forget his name, which I would have forgot 5 minutes after I introduced myself to him. But he looks like he can play, so maybe we'll see him somewhere down the road.
Just a second.
He's on his way. Also, so nice to
For more information about the U.S. Open 9-ball event, feel free to visit matchroompool.com and click on the U.S. Open
Here he is. Here's Ernesto.
tab. The prize fund for the U.S. Open at the Mandalay Bay this year is a guaranteed $300,000 prize fund. There are 256 players entered, and which means that Matchroom Multisport is adding $44,000 to the prize fund.
And they're spreading that money around quite a bit too, which is good for the participants that really don't have a shot at finishing in the upper echelon, which is.
I agree, John. I think it's really good for the dreamers out there. I mean, you know, that have always wanted to play a U.S. Open event like this, you know.
I never did play in a U.S. Open. I did play in a lot of pro tournaments, and I never played well enough that I ever thought I was going to win one. But you'd have to beat 5 or 6 top players in a row. But I beat, I had a good set and played 1 or 2.
You know, this really harkens back to the days of, say, the movie Color of Money, when the U.S. Open was a big event, and it took place at a hotel somewhere, and you saw all those tables laid out, big 9-foot tables. I mean, what a dream that is to see that come true again. And,
both of those movies gave pool a much-needed jolt.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about this match coming up here.
Yeah, you got Paul Silva and Ernesto, who is now here.
I met Ernesto when he first came to the United States in 1976 at the original Hard Times in Orange County. And my friend Mauro Paez told me that he needed the 8-ball from me.
How did that work out?
Did not work out well at all.
Really? 1976.
Hard to believe that Mauro would trap his old friend John.
Well, I feel honored to be with you, John. You know, to be with the guy that has known and played Ernesto since 1976.
We have played literally dozens of times.
I was only 7 years old when that happened. All right, there's the toss, folks.
Here we go.
Flipping for break. There's no lag. Like I said, due to time constraints, the coin toss is fine. And it's winner break, folks.
And Ernesto, I don't know how old he is now. I'm quite a bit older than, but his game really is still very, very good. And you'll see that here. And Paul can play. Paul's got a big break, big stroke.
Paul's a local player, isn't he?
He's down in, I want to say Modesto area, but not quite. Maybe farther down than that, Central Valley.
Right. Ernesto,
he's even gone to the dark side. Look what he's breaking with.
He's the guy that basically covered these tables. he's the mechanic.
He is the mechanic in California.
Yeah. And in other parts of the country too. He's sought after, definitely.
And his son just takes over ownership of the Hard Times Billiards in Sacramento in 2 days.
Yeah, that's correct.
Oscar.
That's correct. Oscar and his wife Desiree are going to be open for business at Hard Times Sacramento. Congratulations. Looking forward to visiting.
Oscar, the first thing he's done, he brought in 35 sets of Predator pool balls.
Ah, yes.
Because he's sponsored by Predator, so I'm sure they took care of him there. A little safety game to start off.
Yeah.
I like winter break because at least with some of these players, we're going to see some racks strung together.
You think we'll see a package or two?
I hope so.
I hope so too. That's one of the exciting things about 9-ball is it can really be a kind of a powerhouse game, packed with a lot of excitement and a lot of drama.
Well, with racking the ball on the spot, so nobody is going to be able to manipulate the rack. So it's just going to be breaking hard and
that's true.
And try to get a shot on the 1 ball.
So Ernesto returns with a good safety of his own.
See, I would either masse or jump this. He likes to kick it. We'll see how he kicks.
It's not a bad
kick. Did well. Got it safe. He left a bank probably.
That looks like a bank. And actually, I think where the 2 ball is, right next to the cue ball.
He'll be right straight in down in this corner when he gets done on it. He can just spin it back.
Playing shape in banks is an art unto itself.
Well, you had the general direction that way. You know the cue ball's going to go on that side. He's got.
Now look how straight he is, though. Doesn't have a lot of angle. Is he going to play for the side? No.
No. He's going to play a double combo.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah,
Double
I can assure you guys that was not intentional.
Now it's interesting. He's breaking with a Revo. But he's playing.
Revo.
But he's playing with probably a low deflection shaft.
Very nice shot. That was intended.
Yeah, but that's what you want to see, a real good player get lucky on you the first game.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I know.
Kind of sets the tone. Not a good one.
Well, it looks like, with the exception of this shot, the hard work looks to be done, and I think he's.
That was interesting. He held it up with reverse instead of going with the shot. I guess he can stick it and get a pretty good angle. He went to the rail, see?
He rattled.
But he got lucky
look
again.
At this.
He got lucky again.
Interessante.
He's a slow starter generally, and I've played him enough that he will. I'm surprised. He tried to cheat that angle a little to get better, because if he'd have stuck it, he'd have had a worse angle than this.
This is interesting because he can't bank to make the 6 in the corner because he's got.
Well, this is a nice little shot. I saw basically a one-pocket shot
this
there.
This is a one-pocket safety. Yeah. The 9 was in the way, preventing him from hitting the cue ball the other way. So now Ernesto's like, okay, 50-yard line.
Yeah, he's going to just try to bank him and hook, use either the 7 or the 9, like this, and it didn't work. But the 7 goes by the 9, so if he rolls this in, he's going to have a shot.
Paul can definitely see enough of this to make it in the corner, but.
Oh no, he's going to shoot it in the side. He's not. He can shoot it in the side. I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. I don't like his. Okay.
I'll tell you what, he missed it good.
He missed it on the right side. I believe he'll go for this bank.
I agree. I think it's.
And as I say that, he's going to fan it and play.
He's not doing it. Yeah.
There you are.
That was a little bit of a risky safety there.
Yeah, but that last little turn.
He did get there.
He can hit it in the face to just bank it down for a safety himself, I think. He might be able to make it.
He can masse.
No, he can do right-hand English and take advantage of the angle and bend the cue ball over a little bit. Just like that.
Uh-oh.
He's all right. No, he's not. It rolled in. Wow. Well, there were 4 rolls that game, and they all went against Paul.
They did, didn't they?
Yeah. That's 9 ball. You got to take it all with a grain of salt.
Yeah. Well, 9 ball is all about controlling, staying in control of the table.
You might want to mention that, yeah.
Yeah, just a note to you guys watching out there. Traditionally, the rules for the U.S. Open 9 ball do not allow for any forfeiture of a game. So, in other words, Paul just asked if he could have forfeited that game with the ball in hand. At this event, due to time constraints, we are going to allow for forfeitures. So he could have given him that game, and you might actually see more of that as this tournament progresses. But I'm of the mind of making them shoot him. What do you think, John?
No, Moropai has actually chewed me out one time.
You're going to make me shoot this?
No, I gave him he says, you got to practice those too, John. He said, it was about.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Make him shoot him, right? Make him shoot him. What do you guys think in the chat room?
Yeah, I think if it's a hanger, let's speed it up.
Oh,
Give
okay.
it to him. Now we got Tang Ho playing on the table right next to us over here. Nice to see Tang back playing a lot again.
It is nice to see Tang Ho back, and he's actually been taking pool a little more serious the last year or two.
He's one of those guys. He decided he liked snooker. He ended up winning a U.S. Amateur Snooker Championship one time
That's
years
true.
ago.
And
He's a very
incidentally,
talented
I think
player.
in 2008 he came in second place
US
didn't he,
Open,
in the
yeah.
U.S. Open Nightball.
Yeah, yeah.
Was it 2008 or 6?
I don't remember, but I know that if he decides to play, he's going to play well. We have quite a few women in the tournament too playing. Tang's playing, a playing lady.
Yes. I saw
Erica Rada, Jessica Sky is playing. I see her down there.
Actually, I saw a whole squad of women show up at the last minute.
There's another. Yeah, I see.
Both Emmeline and Eleanor Collado are in, and I don't have the player list in front of me, but really, really happy to see.
We probably have 8 or 10 women playing in here.
Yeah.
And the Collados, you might not want to draw one of them.
No, that's true. That's true.
She can
Even,
play. Well,
even
she's house
Nick,
pro. At
even the dad, Nick
can play.
Collado, he can play.
But in one of the girls' house pro at the Broken Rack, I think.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
In Emeryville.
Yes.
Well, unfortunate scratch there. I think Ernesto was trying to hold up the cue ball for the long side of the 6, but he scratched on the side.
Paul has a break coming after that first game. That was. I don't like this. I would go 2 rails with the cue ball and just try to hit the 8 with it. See it here? See?
Yeah.
Well, no.
Look how.
Yeah, no, but he's got a funny angle.
He's got to work hard now to get
he's
shape on
got to put a
this
little
8.
stroke on this ball to get up for the 8.
I say hi to Bob Bolio. He's watching right now. Says thanks Daniel and Geraldine for the video stream. Great commentary, Daniel and John. Thank you.
See what I mean? He had a little funny angle. He couldn't get up above the 8 there. He put a little stroke, but he didn't want to put. He just put a straight ball on it instead of some spin. He's got
to cut this down the rail.
So you got to run it down the rail and put enough mustard to get that cue ball down.
He might safety. No.
Oh, he hit it nicely.
That was pure.
Very nice stroke on that ball.
He says, "Shut up and play."
Yeah. Well, that one there, I might not have. Of course, what depends what the
Nice
score
shot.
is sometimes,
Nice shot.
whether you give up the last ball or 2. All right, we've got 1-1, Ernesto Dominguez and Paul Silva. Paul
Is that Bob?
breaking.
No. Oh, hi Jay. Good to see you. My eyes are getting worse. Yeah, I know. It kills my eyes. All right, it's 1-1, race to 8. This is the first match of the day. 104 players at this U.S. Open qualifying event at California Billiards, the best pool hall in the country. That's my opinion.
I like it. I wish I wasn't 2.5 hours away. I'd come down more because they have the 2 6x12s.
Yeah.
And I love to play golf with these guys. And every time I come down, we do get something going. But
I just love this place for the look on people's faces when they first see this place. They go, whoa.
And it's going to be around a while.
I knew it was big, but I didn't know it was this big.
You come in here last night, and there's like 200 people playing pool and having a drink and eating. It's a very nice business.
I couldn't believe the amount of people that were here just for leisure and fun.
Yeah.
It was packed here.
Economy's
yesterday.
very good here. You can,
Bob Bolio, he says he's watching from Kauai.
Oh, he's always somewhere. Just got back from China not too long ago.
Must be nice, that the retirement package.
Well, and when they worked, they had a travel company. So, hi, Bob.
All right, so
We missed you at the monthly one pocket. You're gone. I finally won one.
Ernesto's got to play a good shot here. He's going to kick.
He does kick well, and he probably oops.
He's going for a 3-rail, and I'm not sure. Did he hit the rail?
Yeah. I don't know if he drove it to the rail. He didn't hit a rail after.
It's ball in hand.
Yeah. Now, you know, having grown up and played pool around L.A. most of my life, you had to play the Hispanic players. They, you know, if you're gambling, playing in tournaments, they were the best players. And I looked around one day, and I'm playing with Ernesto DOMINGUEZ, Mauro Paez, Al Romero,
Oh, wow.
and me. And someone says, "John, look around you." And I said, "Well, you just call."
Arturo as well.
And Arturo, you know, but this was a particular ring game that we were playing in. So I said, "Just call me Juanito Hernandez for Zacatecas." But they're, you know, I mean, great guys to play pool with and gamble with. They all played very, very well, very good pool.
John, they must have really loved you back then.
Well, sure, I had a good job and plenty of money.
Yeah.
They loved me.
Yeah. I heard you quit one of those jobs just so that you could keep playing at Hard Times.
Well, I was in the mortgage. I was running a mortgage company in San Diego, and I couldn't get to the bar fast enough after work.
Yeah.
And they had opened Hard Times in Bellflower, and I started going up there on the weekends. And we had an office in Orange County, so I said I quit. You know, they had no decent pool room where I was in North County of San Diego. You had to go to El Cajon to College Billiards and play Swanee if you wanted to play. So, no, and I loved that 6x12. You know, Big Bertha. We called it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's true. I quit. And I just went to work as a salesman in a closer office.
Crazy.
Paul looks like he's pretty smooth here. He's hitting them pretty good. Now he's got to just boom, 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 stick, just roll a little to get the good angle in the 7.
Yeah.
He likes to shoot firm, so I don't know.
He's looking confident.
Yeah.
That's the one thing you definitely need in a match against somebody like Ernesto.
No, is getting down on the 9 is the only issue here, and that's no big deal.
Yeah, he's stringing a couple of pearls. That's good.
Yeah, he's got to nicely just get down by the side pocket off the rail here. Oh, he likes to stroke the ball and draw. I don't like that. It worked out. I guess that'll work.
It does. Works for me.
You know, I think 95% of the players I know would have just stunned that to the rail by the side pocket and shot it in the other corner. But you got to go with what makes you feel good.
Paul Silva racks up another win. It's going to be 2-1. We're racing to 8, guys. And I'm sitting here with the legend himself, Handy, John Henderson. Who's been known to drive hundreds of miles to play all kinds of colorful action.
I did have a couple nice trips this year.
One time we had you come down to James Botch's house. He says, I didn't come down here to drive 400 miles to be a pacer in this thing.
Well, you know what?
And he came and won it.
The chiropractor rated the players, and he rated me last, and that kind of got under my skin a little bit, you know. Even though I will admit that Phil and Wayne are probably better players than me. Frank DeBarber and I are very close, friends for 50-plus years. And on a 5x10, I had an advantage.
Table.
Yeah, it was a tough table, and rest in peace, our old friend James Bach.
Yes, I know.
Hard seeing him that way, but it was great to at least be able to come and have him, show him a little joy. See what happens when he likes to shoot firm.
Well, he didn't hit that very hard.
No, he likes to stroke the ball. He kind of punched that. And
yeah, which makes it hard when you have to roll a ball. Makes it, sometimes you can fall short.
And he didn't take as much time as he usually does. But that's the hardest thing to do. The biggest fault that people have is they don't treat each shot at the table like. You notice when you're starting off, the guy misses and you're coming off the bench. You take your time, you line up, and you usually make that shot. But when you start running balls, you start sliding around the table, getting a little out of sync, and which wasn't.
Look at this right here.
Yeah, he thought he would bump it down a little farther.
Think he can stiff this in the
I think he's going to send the cue ball down by the 7.
Yeah, that's a much better shot.
Well, now he can, if he can cross this without hitting the 9, he can bank it right at the 7 and get it safe. He doesn't want to try and bank it in because then, you get 2 shots tough shots in a row. I think that's what I would do, but that's dangerous because if you hit the 9, you got to have good speed. And he's an aggressive player. I don't think that this tippy tap works for maybe.
He's just going to roll into it. No.
Playoffs?
Oh, he managed to get the other side of it.
Very tough
but
shot.
Too hard. He rolled it too much.
Yeah, awful hard. You're almost better off playing it thin and trying to make him up. But, he was not far off of making a nice shot. Oh, my gosh.
What happened there?
Inside English. Pretty hard.
Oh.
Like I say, he's a slow starter.
Ernesto, yeah. I mean, he did well, too, about 5 years ago. I think he came in 9th through 12th in the U.S. Open.
Oh, he's liable to beat anybody.
And that was only about 4 or 5 years ago.
I don't know what I guess he can go if he cut this in. He will try to cut it in.
Whoa. Nice bank there. Nice
Well,
bank.
but these play, if you have pocket speed, these pockets play pretty soft. That might not have gone on the
That's
golf
true.
round.
They are 4 1/4. So.
Kind of winding up again here.
Yeah, he did a little
he did.
adrenaline burst
he was
there.
almost cut loose. 3-1, Paul Silva over Ernesto Dominguez. And Ernesto, of course, we see him up north now that he's got a granddaughter up there quite a bit, up at Hard Times.
Yes, yeah. Oscar and Desiree's baby.
Yeah. So Ernesto Spencer, of course, he's up working on tables up there too.
Powerful break.
But no,
Looks dry.
no control. If they don't start making balls in the break, what happened to our speculation about watching a couple of packages? I don't know if Ernesto can see this hole. It's close. Okay, it looks like he's pushing out. And I would expect Paul to take this. He's got lots of balls to get behind. And of course he went for it. So much for my speculation, but he got a good roll here.
Alex, your food is up. Alex, your food is up.
Well, definitely cause for reflection.
Well, he might just try to slam a bank. He'd probably spin down, try to get behind the. No, by golly, I like that. Now let's see if he gets a reward. Here's his reward for making a good shot.
Yeah,
Snookered himself.
that's no reward. That's punishment.
Yeah. Made a nice shot, too. Could have just as easily kissed it and got a straight in, but the 8 kind of tied the 2 up, and then the cue rolled behind the 6. Look at this hit.
Wow.
Ball came to play today.
Yeah, he did. He's putting up a fight. But Ernesto doesn't get phased, you know? Like,
No.
He just
No.
really, Ernesto just thinks about his game and how, you know, okay, I've just got to play good. I know it, you know? And that actually that makes it hard to close a match out against a guy like that, you know, because you start to wonder whether or not you can really beat the person, you know? It's easy to doubt yourself playing a pro.
Okay, now I noticed, too, something that I haven't noticed before. Ernesto's playing with a mid-cue extension.
Ah, it's like a 5-inch.
Looks like 3 or 4 inch. Now, before I start playing, I like it because of the forward balance that it gives you. And as an older player, my stroke gets a little wobbly at the end in the follow through, and I think it helps push through the ball straighter. And I'm sure that's why he's using it. And they make them, they don't maybe add an ounce to your cue.
Sometimes a little more, depending on how long or what material you use.
And a lot of them are using back extensions. That Mez 2-inch extension costs almost as much as a cheap cue. I've never figured out.
Yeah, a lot of people going after that. Tiger has one now, a 2-inch.
Yeah, I don't know. I have an 8-inch extension to stretch with. You know, the screws in the back of my Mez. And Tiger does too. And then Mez makes a telescopic extension, a lightweight one that costs almost $200. I mean, they make quality product, but they're very expensive.
Right.
I'm waiting to see what that Ignite carbon fiber shaft will cost when it gets here.
The Mez one?
Yeah.
Ernesto's trailing here. It's 3-2.
Ernesto's break. Now let's watch this break. And with the 9 on the spot, I mean, does it go anywhere? What kind of break are they trying to use? They're not using a cut break.
Yeah.
Well, he did use a cut break.
It was a cut break. And I've noticed pros play that cut break with in this breaking scenario.
Well, they're not, you know, they're usually, you know, they're making the first or second ball in the side pocket depending on where they rack them, but that was the wing ball, I think, went right in there, it looked like.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a I don't know. Unless he thinks he can run into the 7 here with some right-hand English. He's had a hard time getting position. He's got room, doesn't he? He can sneak right on by it a little bit. No? Yeah. Got room to make it. Yeah, he's zoning in a little better now. Golfing in a little bit. You and me and Chris. Hi, Gavin. Hi, Lucy. Marcelino Lopez, one of my golf competitors, just showed up.
Lopez? I thought it was
Or
Montoya.
Montoya. You know, their last names are about 7 syllables long. Marcelino's a great guy. Plays pretty good pool.
Look at Paul. Paul Silva. He came to play.
I missed that. How did he win it so fast after Ernesto ran out?
It happened so fast I didn't see it either. How's that?
What's the score?
3-1, 3-2.
No, Paul just won another one, so it's 4.
What? I'm too busy putting our sponsor logo up.
Unless Ernesto didn't get out from there, is that what happened? Well, maybe he looked like he had a straight in 8 and 9. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, he's going to make 3 balls on the break? No. It's 4-2. Ernesto didn't get out with those 2 balls. There's, I'm sure, one of the see what I mean? He shoots straight. Now this would be huge if he can get out here. That's a pretty hefty lead, especially after a guy missed an easy out.
All right, so let me get up to date here. It's 4-2. Is that
4-2? Yeah, Ernesto had a 2 ball out and evidently didn't get it because they marked it. It's on the score 4-2. Yeah, he got straight in on that ball, and he's straight in on this one. This is a little tricky.
Aldred, your food is ready. Aldred, your food is ready.
Probably want to go all the way down or maybe even run into the 7 here.
Ernesto missed the 8 ball. That's what happened last rack.
Yeah, and he had perfect shape on it.
Yeah. Thank you, Wilderness Training. Wilderness Training. He's a pool player. You know,
see, this can
he's
get a little
training in the
tricky here.
wilderness. This one right here?
Well, he's going to have to follow it a little bit. You don't want to try and spin it out.
Oh, he cheated the pocket slightly.
Well, you can do that on these diamonds. But he's still, now this cue ball's heading right for the side pocket. And you got to back cut it with speed. And the angle doesn't look good to go all the way around the table.
Is he drawing in a bank?
He's going around the table.
In a bank?
He's
Oh,
going
yeah.
around the table. He had one of these earlier. It didn't work out too good.
Well, he's got the shot, but the cue ball makes this shot a lot harder. Up against the rail like that. Good to go.
Nice
Good to
and
go.
smooth and follow through. Okay, 5-2.
5-2, John.
5-2.
You'd have won
Paul
big if
Silva.
you would have won big if you got odds on this side bet.
I don't know. Paul is a good player. I've always. That's one thing. That's why we play in these things. You never know. You know, you have a good set against a good player.
It's true. It's true. If you get the rolls going for you, which is ironic because in the beginning of the set looked like the rolls were going for Ernesto.
Well, I say that's a huge game because
Yeah.
it should have been 4-3. Ernesto missed, uncharacteristically.
Michma says hello from Germany.
See that just.
Oh, just give it to the tournament director. Somewhere back there. My good buddy Duke Lauren, he lost his first match 8-3. By the way, folks, you can check the brackets on CompuSport.ca, and be sure to download the CompuSport bracket to your favorite device, as you can use it for other events that they provide bracketing for. CompuSport. All right, here comes Ernesto. Now this is it. I mean, you can't.
Well, they're all spread.
You can't really afford any more errors at this point.
Yeah, no, you know, he's got a nice angle to get down. You know, the only thing could screw it up, he hit the point of the side, so he spun it around the other way.
Nice shot to play the short side of the 3. It's very good speed, actually, and he's got angle to come back up, play this 4-ball almost any pocket he wants to.
Well, he's going to have to play it on the right, on the same side that the 3's going in on, because it won't go by the 5, I don't think, or it's very tight.
He's playing the short side.
Yeah. And another uncharacteristic
Fumble.
Okay, now.
Another turnover.
Dustin Bench versus Naomi Collado, who needs their score sheet.
That's right. We have another Collado here, Naomi Collado.
I don't know.
4 Collados in this tournament.
Same family?
Yeah. Well, Eleanor's significant other, wife.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. Back there, Geraldine, Chris.
Okay, if he makes this, he should be home free. I think I'd just shoot this. He's going to shoot easy. I would force it.
Oh, he spun it. Spun it off the rail.
Yeah, I'd like to 2-rail it in the side, but that's why I'm on the bench and he's playing.
Yeah. Little inside follow. Oh, is he on the 50-yard line? No, he should be okay.
Yeah, he should be okay. He didn't. If he hits it in the middle of the pocket, he's over another 3-4 inches.
He's not thrilled. Look at this. He's not thrilled.
Well, looks like
Wow.
my man from Texas beat Sean Damani.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Sean can play a little.
Yeah. Sean did really well at the last Terry Stonier event.
Yes. Knocked me out of it, if I recall
Oh,
correctly.
really? Okay. Didn't mean to twist.
Well, you wouldn't open an old
I
wound
didn't
like
want
that.
to twist the knife there.
It really doesn't matter who I play with 9-ball anymore. They're going to knock me out of it.
Someone's
later
gonna do
in the
it. Someone's
tournament.
going to do it, right?
Yeah.
All right.
He's
Paul's
the
up.
nicest guy of any to have that hefty.
Yeah. Paul's up 6-2.
And breaking.
And breaking. Yeah.
And he's crushing them balls. And let's see. Okay.
Let's see.
Let's see what the wing ball is. The 6 in the 8, I get. No, the 6 and the 4.
Looks like the 6 and the 8 are the wing balls.
So of course he didn't make one this time.
And the 9-ball didn't move too much, but it's a dry break. But he
made 2 balls and hung one last time and changed his break spot.
Jason Miller, Jennifer Rudy, who needs their score sheet.
Oh, we have playing in this tournament Danny Baruti.
Danny Baruti,
Hall of Fame straight pull
straight
player.
pull Hall of Famer. Yeah, from he plays over in Easy Street.
Easy Street in Monterey. Yeah, yeah.
I said, "How's it going over there?" He's like, "Oh, I'm kind of bored." So if anybody wants to go get action with Danny Baruti at Easy Street, you got to go up there.
And that's where John Schmidt practices when he's around too, down there.
Yeah.
He's still in Arizona, isn't he? Doing at bullshooters?
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I tell you what, he's inspired me, man. I want to do it myself. I want to see if I can run 526.
I want to run 14. Actually, I did.
Stop
when I-
fishing.
When I was
John.
a
Stop
no,
fishing.
we never played. I grew up. We didn't play any straight pool. I did start playing a little bit of it. As a young guy, I think I ran 80 once.
One is on the spot. As soon as it wasn't on the spot. No, you to play your season. I just in case it comes up. In case I gotta make a decision. Just so I know in case it comes out and I can lock it.
Just stirring it up again, aren't you? When you're not sure, you're supposed to make one up and just to speed it along.
But you know what? I feel like I don't know. I know that John Schmidt's getting some sponsorship from a couple of different people. But I honestly feel like, why not get the whole country involved? Why not just put a bounty on it and let everybody try to get the 526?
Well, there are those.
if somebody
you
put
know,
up
there are those
40
that don't want Mosconi's record to be broken.
If somebody put up 40 grand to break that record, I don't think John would be the only one going for it. If there was that
well,
kind
but
of a bounty.
you know, I mean, he's maintaining his Mr. 400 reputation, and you know, it's important to him. And it is, you know, I can stand to watch, you know, a player like him. I just can't stand to play it myself because I can't run very many balls.
It's hard.
But you know,
really
but there are
hard.
those that never want it to be broken. They say, well, Mosconi didn't go around, you know, practicing 7 days in a row.
Yeah. Okay. Talk to Chris. Yeah. Thank you.
What was that about? Nothing. Okay, you got a little hard there. What are you going to do here, buddy? Time to get aggressive, because if you win this game, it's all over. And he did.
Uh-oh.
And he hit it pretty good, but that was, you know, that angle was out quite a bit.
It was.
You know,
it
that's
was.
what down the rail that ball goes, but that was just enough. He still hit it well. Oh, Ernesto got straight in.
Yeah, he did.
He's going to have to shoot it in the side.
Like you said, you know, he's a slow starter, but once he gets going, it's pretty nifty watching him play.
He cheated that a little bit, but now he's still got another funny angle to. He's going to have to stick it and shoot it long, or follow it firm.
Well, he needs to get shape on the 7.
Well, that's what I mean. But
maybe cross the ball.
See there, he missed
Wow,
another.
he had to put a lot of.
Well, yeah, he had to, you know, but he shot it that way so he'd make sure he make it.
Yeah.
He's just lining up bad and not. He's just not feeling it. We've all been there. This is fairly tricky. You know.
You think it's because we interrupted his lunch? I told him, you know, he's got to hurry up and get here.
Well, he still had his chance without forfeiting.
Yeah.
Oh, he missed it. He missed it, and he didn't have anything anyway.
Well, this is a tester here because
He sees the edge of the ball pretty good, but he's taking a chance with the cue ball. Oh,
he hit rail first, and it looks like it's going to scratch.
No.
Ooh, close.
They will hang up when you're coming in from a wider angle.
Yeah.
Emerson Joyner, PV, table 7.
See here, I just like to keep it simple. I'm going to make him bank this 6. I'm going to hit the 6 to the middle of the table and the cue ball down by that corner. There's no scratch angle.
I like that shot. Yeah.
Yeah, keep
I
it
agree.
simple. Keep
yeah,
it simple.
Yeah. You just got to make sure you don't hit the 6. If the 6 hits the 8.
No. Bank it. Just I'm gonna hit the right side of the 6. Put the cue ball down in the corner. Bank the 6 up by the second diamond or around there. Looks like he's going the other side, trying to shoot down by the 9. I don't. Oh, that was nice.
Oh, that's not a bad shot either.
That's a great shot. I didn't. You know, I hit it thin like that.
It's hard to hit those balls thin and get the speed that you
You
want.
just
you know?
off a little bit, scratch
Yeah.
right in the corner.
Uh-huh. Yep, yep.
What's he doing here? He's going to fan this. Hit it pretty thin, but he left him a shot, I think.
He just better hope this cue ball lies on the rail. You gotta make. You're gonna leave an open shot. You gotta leave it as hard as possible, but still, not. It wouldn't be acceptable in the U.S. Open. I tell you that. Especially the caliber of people that get into that, tournament.
Look at it. He's hit that ball nicely. A little hard, though. Like I say, he likes to shoot firm. Well,
Yeah.
you got 256 players, and 200 of them are pretty good players, probably.
I know.
And the other 50 or so are just want to say they played in it. You know.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, we're excited about this year's U.S. Open 9 ball. And
Well, it's been the most prestigious tournament in the United States for years,
yeah.
even though some of the guys had trouble getting paid, all it took. But
Well, it's not been without its growing pains. Let's just put it that way.
with Matchroom behind it, they know they're going to get the money right, right after the tournament. I think he's got a swing at this, but he doesn't seem to think so. See, he's leaving the bank. I don't like to lose a game playing safe. If it's not a real comfortable safety, and you can always get lucky maybe. He makes this ball. 9 lays a little tough.
Well, this game gets him to the hill.
Yeah. Well, this is a tester too here. What's he do? Follow it and go all the way around? I guess so.
No, I wouldn't want to go all the way around.
3
because
rails with the cue ball? No.
I-
Because the
I
side
might,
there
I
is
might
in the
draw
way.
out.
The side's in there. I might draw just
Draw
bank.
back and forth.
Bank. Stick it and bank.
Stun this ball. Draw it. Yeah, like that.
And bank. He can, see, that's what he was
You
wanting.
have to stiff this now.
Now I'm going to bump.
Now you got the trick shot bank here.
No.
The 2-railer.
No, I'm bump. Bump to 9 and hope it freezes.
I like the trick shot bank, John. Come on.
Well, yeah,
Have
but
a little excitement in your life.
you're left-handed. You think different.
Yeah. I've done that in tournament. I've played that shot in tournament.
Well, Jason Shaw's left-handed too. They think funny.
I played that shot in tournament, and half the room accused me of being lucky.
He's going to cut this.
Uh-oh. Will the
Actually,
worm,
he had a shot.
will the worm turn here?
He had a shot to make that, though.
Make him shoot it. Make him shoot it. There you go. Yeah.
I'm
make
not
him
making.
shoot it,
I'm
buddy.
not making him shoot it.
Uh-huh.
versus Emily Thibodeau, complete score sheet.
Ernesto, 6'3". Wow, that's a big game for Paul. But he didn't close it out. Did not close it out.
Jason, your food is ready. Jason, your food is ready.
So,
Come on down.
Ernesto has his chance now.
He better start stringing some racks on the break to show the guy that he's given up at least 3 games, 2 or 3 games that he should have won.
You know, we put a lot of pressure on these players to perform, and
Well, we're watching on the bench. We're allowed to.
it's true. But I have to remind people that
There we go.
Ernesto Dominguez. Look at this, a golden break. A golden break from Ernesto Dominguez.
Uh-oh.
What's the uh-oh?
Well, it's 6-4.
Yeah, well, yeah, there you go. I was just saying, we put a lot of pressure on these players, the caliber of player like Ernesto, to perform well. But I have to remind the viewers there that Ernesto Dominguez is probably one of the hardest working pool players in the United States. I mean, he is maintaining cloth on tables I'd have to say over 200 days a year. You know.
Yeah, he travels, he comes, and when you're having a tournament, and if he doesn't get there, you know, he'll all night long, all-nighters to get your
I mean,
room ready.
I might even say
Look at this.
I may even say 300 days a year, but you know, I'd have to ask Ernesto that. You know.
I don't think anymore quite that, you know, but he's still, you know, still is a busy boy.
Yeah. Not to mention, you know, he's got he's new granddaughter, and you know, very busy household.
And his son is one of the top players, and you know, top U.S. players. Former Moscone Cup, just came in second in the Super Billiards ESCO, you know, tournament to the Dudong Diamond, that monster from the Philippines.
Yeah, Dodong. Yeah.
He can really play.
James Aranas.
James Aranas.
Yes. Yeah.
Aranas. He can really play.
What a nice kick by Paul, but he's not going to really be rewarded.
Chris Cameron and C.J. Robinson from the consortium.
Looks like we got Emeline Collado. She's warming up for a match on the next table over.
It's going to be 6-5 if Ernesto gets out here, and he's got a chance.
Actually, I like this layout for him. This layout's perfect, actually.
Yeah, he should get out.
Most of the balls are down on one side of the table. Really nothing's past the side pocket except that 8.
He's going to be straight in on the 5.
Yeah, this is where Ernesto gets to catch a gear. This would be 3 very quick games as well. It's like I was saying, you know.
Left-handed. He'd have liked to have been a little higher, but I think he's all right. He's got to put a little more mustard. He just, you know, you want a nice natural swing, nice even swing, but he's got to shoot it in the other side now.
Justin Marks, Makoto Iwanza from the consortium.
He's all right, really. Doesn't matter much where that ball lands because he doesn't really have to worry about shape on the 9. He's good. Wow. Just like that, John, it's 6-5. It was.
It looked like it was.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
Oh, no,
anything can happen. All right. Okay, now it's 6-5.
And it looked like it was going to be 7-3
It
or
did.
2, 7-2.
And it was all over that 9 ball, right by
In
the
the
side
side
pocket.
Yeah. Well, and it was a tough shot. I'll
It
give
was.
you that. It was, you know, because there was not a good angle of it. It was makeable.
Interesting. Very interesting match for our first match of the day. We had 104 players enroll in this tournament. And if you click on the bracket in the description of this video, you'll find out all of them. And you can also follow their matches on that CompuSport bracket. CompuSport.ca for the bracket at this event. This is Daniel. I'm sitting here with John Henderson.
Well, what happened here? He's got to play a little. He's got to play a hook behind the 5, I think, and bank that ball down. Or he can just fan it. He wants to do that. I don't like that one.
No. You need a ref? Yeah.
Thibodeau, Alex Goulet from the consortium.
Boy, everything's turning against him now. He just played safe and scratched.
Doug. Whaley.
Ernesto gets out here. It's tied up.
Wow, ball in hand. Boy, that's a gift, huh?
Well, he was playing a safe, and he scratched the 2 rails in the side.
Oh, he's playing for the side. Uh-oh.
Well, he'll play it safe now, maybe. Or bank it. He'd have banked it if he gets down another 3-4 inches. I don't think he will.
I don't like banking this because look where the 3 ball is. He has to somehow negotiate all that traffic and still get a shot on the 3 ball. This is much better, but yeah, looks like he got there.
He's got a kick, long rail at it.
Good safety. Jump cues are allowed in this tournament. So if Paul
I haven't seen anybody
chose to, he could jump over this 4 ball. But I haven't, yeah, I agree. I haven't seen anybody use a jump cue yet.
likely to go off the table here. Well, he might be using. No,
He's kicking.
No,
Is he 2 rail kicking? Yeah. Oh, the 6 got in the way, and here you go, Ernesto.
Second chance this set.
Man.
Sorry, folks.
Are we keeping you awake, buddy?
Huh?
You need some coffee?
I'm
Some
old.
coffee?
No coffee. I might be playing a little bit.
Folks, you're really missing out if you don't come to California Billiards when you're down here, up here in the Bay Area. We've got full food menu, full bar. How many diamond 9-footers? 8 now. 8 9-foot diamonds and 22 9-foot gold crowns.
And for you golf players, 2 6x12s.
Yes, and one old fogey that just don't give a hoot. He'll play you for anything.
Up to
And
10
he's
and
sitting
1.
right next to me. Up to what?
For 10 and 1.
Yeah, for 10 and 1.
They put a 6x12 up at Kevin. They opened Gold Country Billiards in Yuba City.
Yeah.
Nice pool room up there, and he found a beautiful 6x12 that had been in a guy's house for 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
Had it refixed up, put it in there, and they play golf on it. So I was going to go up and play some, and I says, "What do they play for?" He said, 2 1/4. I says, "I don't think so."
That's the wow. Look at this,
6 to 6,
John.
people.
It's 6-6. I can't.
One little.
It's like I said.
He made the 9 on the break, then he broke and ran. He got out, or then.
It's when you play a guy with a reputation like this, it's really hard to convince yourself that you can win, and it's hard to close him out. And what you're seeing is not. This is a song we've all heard before.
Okay, now which one of the twins is this practice? This
That's Emmeline.
That's Emmeline.
That's Emmeline.
She's a little bit better of a player, I think, isn't she?
No, I think Eleanor's.
Oh, Eleanor's
Eleanor's rated higher.
Oh,
You'd have to check her Fargo.
Well, then maybe Eleanor's the one that's the house pro. I don't know.
Yeah,
They both
Eleanor, I believe she is.
They both play very well.
would-
Both very nice ladies.
Yeah, but then again, Emmeline is. They go back and forth, honestly. In fact, if you were to ask them personally who's better, I don't think either one would admit.
Well, he didn't get a very good roll there. He's got to play a roll up on the 8 and hook him and knock the 2 down here, I think. The balls are out there. It's very simple safety. You got the wall of China there to get behind, even if you don't hit it perfect. But he's wanting to do something aggressive, it looks like. pretty easy safety. Just bank it down behind the 5 and follow the cue ball.
Yeah, Emmeline is a 520, and Eleanor is a 630. Fargo rating.
See if he does it. Look at he took the hard way. It might have worked. I guess
Looks
it
like
did.
it did work.
I like freezing that cue ball on a ball, though. You know, you took that 2-railer down there. Now you can play another easy hook if it doesn't lay right to make.
You think so? Right here?
No, Ernesto will hit this. It just depends if he gets any lucky or not. He's not.
He hit it. He hit it in the face. He did.
And he got fairly lucky.
Actually, though, this is how Paul won his first few games. He was patient. He engaged in safety battle with Ernesto, and for the most part, he was winning the safety battles.
Well, he's got to just hit. He's got to hit this thin without scratching, I think, unless he wants to bank it down by them balls. But then.
He's laying up. He's laying up, folks.
Got away with it.
Very good speed.
He was trying to hit a little thinner.
It's a little risky shot, wasn't it?
Well, if he hits it thin, he's all right, but he. Another nice shot. Another nice shot. That's a tough hit.
Did he get the hit?
No. No. Now, all he's got to do is get on the 3 here.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is not. It's still.
I guess.
I think he did. I think he hit the paint on the 2 ball.
Wow. It
Yeah.
didn't move much.
It barely moved.
These old eyes
did it?
didn't see it.
I didn't. You know what? I didn't see it either. I didn't see it either.
He wants to go, but there's no. He wants to go, but there's no value in that. Just bank it in front of the side pocket, send it down by the 3 and the 9, I think.
You know, I like the shot that he played earlier when he hit it thin, and he could play that shot again, maybe.
No. He's going to bank it down by the 3 and the 9, I think. He might be going for it. Ooh, oh, he hit it good.
Oh, no guts, no glory. I like that. That was good.
Sure,
that was.
if he makes that, he's probably out. Nice shot.
Look at this. You think Ernesto's trying to go for it? I don't think so.
No, he's playing a hook. See, because even if you don't get the hook, what's he going to do here? He's got to roll it in and then probably hooked on the 3.
Yeah, you're leaving.
But he's going to have to try to go for it.
You're making him play, basically. Oh gosh. Well,
he's not getting any love now.
No. Ernesto take ball in hand. Happily take ball in hand. He's looking good here.
Well, we won a hill match anyway, don't we?
Yeah, but Paul. The problem is Paul's got to get there too. So it's going to be if Ernesto wins, it's going to be Ernesto's break. We already saw one golden break from Ernesto, almost the second one in a row, but you know. Kind of hard to believe that. I mean, I always tell myself this. It's hard to believe that this unfolded the way it is, but it's not true because it's, you know, it happens all the time. When you play a pro, it really, you have to convince yourself that you can win. Otherwise, you'll let them get in.
He really didn't do much. The shot that he missed was a tough one. It was a tough safety. I told you what I'd have done with it. I'd have bumped it
Yeah.
and hope I freeze the 9, and then that really puts Ernesto in a tough spot. But
I think he had another shot with the 2-ball where he could have used the 7 for coverage, where the 7 was right near the top right, top left corner pocket. You know.
well,
But anyway, are earbuds okay? You'll have to ask our tournament director. Yeah. It's not every day I conduct a players meeting. There's always questions that come up that I never expect. You know, are earbuds okay to wear? Seven to 6 in a race to 8, and Paul's hoping for something.
nothing. Not running very good.
No. Well, he's going to have to play a good kick or a good push here.
You're going to push. You can't kick. Here.
How about pushing right on top of that 8-ball? What do you?
I would.
You like that?
I would tie some balls up. Maybe push the 7 above the 6. I don't want to, you know.
I like pushing on top of the 8.
I don't, because it's still. Well, if it ties the 3 up, good shot. Maybe. Okay, that's
Yeah,
okay.
That's good. That's good.
He's got a shot now with position in the side. And he's going to certainly go for it. He's just going to try to miss the 5 and get the cue ball down here. You shot that a little quick. Boy. Well, he's glad he didn't make it. He'd hooked himself.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this, though. 9-ball next. The way Ernesto's running, he'll probably get perfect on it. Oh, he might scratch. Uh-oh. Paul did get some love.
Oh, my goodness.
Hill.
Well, hold on.
He's making this. I want Hill. My old friend Ernesto, I'm rooting for, but I like the
you
thrill.
just want some Hill action. Huh?
He let up.
What did I tell you?
He let up on it. Tried to roll it in instead of stroke.
You just can never tell sometimes what's going to happen.
Now he can't miss this one. Well, no Hill there.
Oh, my goodness.
You can't roll in combos. You gotta smoke. You gotta stroke them.
That's some suffering right there, buddy.
All right.
You know, I was rooting for Paul too. I mean, he was running good. He was running
all right,
good.
I'm out of here.
Okay, just leave me be. John Henderson. Yeah. Thanks for spending some time with us here on POVPOOL. We're going to have another match shortly. Because of the size of this tournament, it's difficult for me to tell in the beginning rounds which matches we're going to have scheduled on the live stream because they're just going to keep coming and coming and coming all day. So don't go anywhere, folks, and thanks so much for joining us today. Please share and tell a friend. We're streaming all weekend long right here from California Billiards in Fremont. Best pool hall in the country. We'll be right back. That was match number 1. Ernesto Dominguez beats Paul Silva 8-6.